Hey, it's Greg here with Maritime Gardening. I'm out early in the morning. Sorry I haven't been making too many videos lately. I've just been kind of under the weather. So anyway, feeling better today, so out in the garden. Everything looking good. I'll be doing a gardening tour soon, but not today. But everything's looking good, right? But what I want to talk about this morning is peas. Now, every year I usually grow a big trellis of peas. They get about 6 feet high. And on the sides I grow potatoes. But this year I just forgot to buy potatoes, and now you can't get them in the store. I'm sure if I looked hard enough I could, but I just want to sort of get stuff done this morning. So what I've actually planted along here, I'm going to plant some more on camera here, is more peas, but to eat as greens. Now, any gardening expert would say don't plant peas in, I think this is like early July, right? Don't plant peas in early July. It's too hot. Peas are a cool weather crop. That is to say, they will germinate when it's cold, right? You can plant them April 1st. These ones here that are about 3-4 feet high were planted first week of April, I think. I mean, maybe the second week of April. I don't remember exactly. But what I'm growing these ones for is the greens. There's an Asian grocery I go to all the time. Great prices, great food. And sometimes they sell like I don't know, like foot-long pea plants, right? For the leaves, for the foliage. And I don't know if we've ever tried pea leaves, but it tastes like peas. Actually, it tastes pretty good. I'm surprised I never really put 2 and 2 together with this before. But they seem like an ideal, easy, quick green. Sure, you got to harvest a lot of them, right? Like this whole row of peas probably give me 2 good meals, because I plan to eat them as a cooked green, and they wilt down considerably when you cook them. Also, one of the challenges growing in summer is just keeping the soil moist enough for them to germinate, right? One of the reasons you plant them in spring is because you need a lot of water. It rains in spring. So I've just watered this, and what I'm thinking, I'm just experimenting here, right? So you don't have to drop everything and do what I'm doing. But just putting a little bit of these. So I mean, here I've mulched with spruce boughs just because I got nothing else. Okay, and the variety I'm planting here, these are meant to grow as like 6, 7, 8 foot high. These are Super Sugar Snap Pea from Bessie Seeds. Use my coupon code, get great deals, get free shipping. But these make fantastic snap peas, right? So they're peas where you eat the pod and the peas, and it really takes a while for them to get woody. A lot of people grow snow peas. These are better in my opinion. They're a different kind of pea. They get big and fat. When a snow pea gets big and fat, it actually becomes really tough and sort of inedible. These become super juicy and super sweet. Anyway, I got some left over, and I got some left over from previous years. And of course, seeds don't remain viable forever. You got to use them or they just die, right? Every seed is alive, has a kind of life in it. It's waiting to be planted. So anyway, I used spruce boughs here just to keep the soil moist to mulch, right? Over here, I use cardboard, right? You just use whatever you got, right? So the idea of using these ones along the edge, these will be removed. I'm just having these on here on the edge for a week, okay? So that they'll keep some of the sun off the soil. I got a wall here of peas. The sun rises over there in the east, and it sets over there in the west. So these aren't going to get all day sun, but they're going to get a lot of sun. It's a pretty sunny spot. Look at these garlic. Look how big and healthy they are, right? They're getting really good sun. Actually ready to start harvesting these garlic scapes. That's a whole nother topic. Done lots of videos on that. Search Maritime Gardening, garlic scapes. You won't believe how much information I'll talk about on that. But anyway, the idea is I plant these peas, and once they've grown about a foot high, I cut them off, and I just use them as a cooked green, right? Might as well use the space anyway, right? So, you know, how hard is it to plant these? Well, let me show you. So I've prepared a space here. This was all covered in cardboard when I planted these peas. You see how few weeds there are here? Right, so all I did was just roll the cardboard back, put some rocks on it to hold it down so it doesn't blow away. There's lots of wind here. Okay, and all I got to do with this trowel is just run her down, loosen up the soil. Right, it's called a homey gardening tool. They're fantastic, great for stuff like this. It's basically a plow. Homey, I think, means hand plow in Korean. All right, so that's all ready to go. Now we plant the peas. Now when I planted the peas over there, I planted a pea like every 2 inches or so. But here I'm just going crazy, right? Because these are going to be harvested as a green, so they don't need as much space. The plant isn't going to get mature. All right, so I'm just making a line of them down the soil. Okay, then I'm just moving the soil back over them like that. Lots of different ways to do it. And patting down. So that wasn't hard. We'll see what happens. But, you know, I'm always challenged to have good summer greens. I mean, I've got this kale here that I love, but I find it tastes better in September, October when we start getting frost. I got this beautiful romaine lettuce, but you can see we're using it up. And we got to use it up because it's going to bolt. It's going to go to flower in a week or so if it keeps being hot like this. So I only got so many, you know, meals with that. I got this Swiss chard here. This is not a bad summer green. This is a variety called Fire Fresh that you can get from Bessie Seeds. Many Swiss chards I find they're bitter in the summer, but this one is remarkably sweet, like a beet green. I got beets over here, so I got lots of greens, but I can only take so many of these because I want to grow beets, right? So I'll thin these, maybe even today, and use the greens because you know there's too many beets growing in here right now, so they need to be thinned so that the actual beet can get some size. That's a wonderful green. And I got these collard greens. I mean, I got lots of greens in the garden. Okay, maybe I should do a video on that, but you know, the point is that this is just one more option. Pea green. Now it's a cooked green. There's different ways to do it. You can have it in salads too, I suppose, but I think I'd prefer it in a cooked way. I just sort of saute the steam, a little soy sauce, that sort of thing, whatever. But I'm really curious to see how this works out. I've never tried planting them as a green before, and I've never planted peas at the beginning of July before, so who knows what will happen. I've planted beans at the beginning of July. They do fine if you do that, bush bean. But pea, who knows. Anyway, maybe I'll do a follow-up in a week and you can see what's going on with these plants, if they've germinated, how they're doing, how many times I had to water them, that sort of thing. I think as long as it's hot and sunny, I have to water them every day despite having these on top because I want them to stay moist so that we can get good germination. I'm just going to finish putting spruce boughs on these and I'm done. Every morning, if I can get out here early, like 5:30, it's just beautiful. It's cool, the birds are singing, there's no flies, no horse flies, no mosquitoes, no nothing. And then at some point, you know, once the sun crosses the tree line, the black flies show up, the mosquitoes show up, and by 9 o'clock, the horse flies show up. Anyway, it's time for me to get out of here and have some breakfast. But yeah, growing peas for greens. Maybe give it a try this year, or just watch my videos and see how it works out for me. If I actually get this to work, I'll do a cooking video and show you how I cook them, all right? Anyway, otherwise, I hope you found this video interesting. 3, 2, 1, go. Anyway, I hope you found this video interesting. If you did, please like, share, subscribe. Check out my podcast at maritimegardening.com. Check out my new podcast YouTube channel, Maritime Gardening Podcast. Okay, this is the Maritime Gardening YouTube channel. I got a Maritime Gardening Podcast channel. Please subscribe to that, get that thing going. And check out my articles at maritimegardening.substack.com. And until next time, get out there, get at it, have fun in your garden. Thanks for watching.